the entire stage 3 for Denny Hamlin. He'll have no fresh air and no fresh water either.
Well, Marty, for the 22 car, as I've followed them all day, there's been nothing spectacular about this car. Joey's just been mediocre, said he's fighting loose on the long run. They're going to work on that. But in typical fashion, Paul Wolf and that 22 pit crew have figured out a way to get track position for Joey Logano, and he's fighting for everything he's got to hang on to it. They've been around 10th on average lap times, though.
Lap times are good for Logano. We just heard Kim talk about Blaney saying, hey, should I save fuel? What is everybody else? All of these crew chiefs is watching all the data for all the different teams to know how hard they are pushing. So if we take a peek at Blaney and how much fuel he's burning, take a look at our burn bar, miles per gallon. This is basically a 4.5 miles per gallon is how far the 12 can go. And each team calculates this on all the other competitors. We calculated it on all drivers in the field over the first stage, and we kind of get a little bit of a glimpse. If this 12 is trying to stretch it to the finish, we would see that MPG go up. He probably could get to 5.5, even 6 miles per gallon if he was going to stretch this run. But currently he knows he has to pit, so he's saving a little bit of gas. You see the bar is not full. He's just trying to shorten that next pit stop.
Does all the data add or relieve stress for the crew chief?
Well, it relieves stress when it works, but when it goes away, the stress spikes out of control because, you know, it's like your internet at home. It's really, really good till it stops working and then everything crashes. That's what these teams have really leaned on.
You know, we talked about Trackhouse and how they came out of the 600 looking really good, made some gains, and Venkesbergen has really shown out the last couple of races. He had pretty good speed last week in the 600.
Top 15.
Yes, he's worked really hard to try to improve on the ovals. Here's another good night. Right there, passing Briscoe, taking away 19th position in this 88.
And hey, 4 of the 13 races, 4 of the next 12 actually after.
They get around here without a great race car. Now they're giving them good cars. Now he's starting to run better and really improve. Good to see.
And that takes me to Trackhouse Big Picture. This is their home track. This is where Justin Marks lives, the entertainment portion of their business set up here in Nashville, Tennessee. This weekend, the group making their 300th start in NASCAR's Cup Series. 3 full-time teams. We talked about the big win in the Crown Jewel last week in the Coke 600. They've done an unbelievable job of growing over there.
All right, talked about how important fuel burn was. We talked about Blaney Logano short on pit road. We saw the fuel can trying to stay plugged in. Well, look at him. He's going about 4.8 miles per gallon. So his burn is less. Logano, the master, went 110 laps here last time. He's trying to save more gas than Blaney to try to leapfrog him on the pit stop.
What's up, Marty?
As Ben Bayshore promised, they did not get it full. He said we would pay the price later. That comes right now for Eric Jones, who's been a top 5 car all of stage 3, pitting with 58 to go. They should be able to hit here, obviously, and make it to the end, but not have to wait too long on fuel. They are going to have to go to the second can, though, for Eric Jones. But doing it under green, what's the advantage of that, Steve?
Well, you're just trying to not burn as much time under green because the cars are spread out. When everybody comes at once under yellow, you can kind of leapfrog, though. Hocevar on pit road now, Kim.
Yeah, and their last stop was a little shorter than others, and I asked them if they felt good. They said fuel on the last stop was exactly the number they were aiming for what that's worth. Really happy, though, with the last adjustment. Said it was finally rotating. Balance did slightly go away during the later portion of this run. 4 fresh Goodyear tires. You see that second can of Sunoco fuel. Michael McDowell on the bottom, teammate to Carson Hocevar. They've had a pretty good day. Just overall looking for a little bit more grip as they put on fresh tires and put Goodyear.
And the one car coming in for 4 tires and fuel here, they knew that wasn't not full there on fuel, so they needed to pit a little bit early here to try to shorten that time. Ross has been fighting the back of this car.
Trevor in pit road in front of you.
Yes, sir. The track tight or freeing up for Bubba Wallace. He wants to be a little bit tighter here, but man, this recovery for this team, you can hear it in his voice that he's proud of what they're doing right now.
Here's what I would say to Ryan Blaney. When you make a pit stop here, do not speed. Your advantage, 3.6 seconds. You can't have a miscue in this situation and give up the advantage.
And think of how many cars missed pit road during practice. We saw, what, 5 or 6 cars? Right. Blaney was one of them running the bottom. We're going to catch it live. Here it is. Blaney looking left. Tires look good. Nothing locked up. Man, great smooth entry for Blaney.
Yeah, and that car for Ryan Blaney, the biggest complaint was it built a little tight on the long run, but it starts to work its way back to neutral. He slides it into the box. The crew's going to go to work. We'll see how long this stop is. Right side tires go on. 4 fresh Goodyear tires. You see that second can going in for Ryan Blaney.
second can going in, and you saw not a long wait on fuel, but a little, right? You see a 10.5 second stop. I think everything's successful for Blaney. He'll go back on the racetrack. I think he has to feel good about it. Now the question is Hamlin, Byron, the other cars up front, what they do. Kim, 19, also on pit road.
Chase Briscoe getting his service with 51 laps to go. Christopher Bell in as well. Marty?
Adam, speaking of rallies, how about Christopher Bell after the spin? We've talked about it a few times. They come down pit road in the top 10, said the car just a little bit tight. He feels like the track is also taking a swing to the tighter side as well, pitting with 50 laps to go here.